The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
Here seemed to have had it. I got it in New York, I think.
New York, everybody was getting it.
Every time I left a show in New York, like in December, they were like, "Oh, so and so tested positive." I'm like, "Fuck." So, are we
So
good?
we're rolling?
All right, we are rolling.
Dude, that's old school the way we just...
Rolling.
We just started it.
Yeah.
Old school,
Kamikaze.
We're
dude.
mid-convo, bro. I only talk in abbreviations now.
Dude, it's called
that's
convo,
awesome.
okay? It's like short for conversation.
Yeah, no, we know what it
Thanks
means,
for
man.
explaining
Now you
it.
do,
Dude, right? Convo.
because I told you. Convo. Remember it.
I was just telling Rick.
Lots of people have said that, man.
That's right, because I made it. They remember
You
it.
made it up? Paul?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right. That's right.
That's a
I made up
good
a lot of
Polly.
things.
Hey, Ari.
I invented LSD.
Hey, Ari.
No, not that one. Molly. Yeah. Yeah.
Convo, right?
Convo. You
Dude,
get
you
it.
gotta repeat it. Yeah.
Dude.
I was just telling Josh Martin was on the road with Paulie, and
Yeah.
I was in Vegas with Brian Holtzman. And so Holtzman was like, "Call Paulie, sure. Maybe we can go to Paulie's house. Let's go
Such
see
a star
Paulie."
fucker,
Right?
that
So I
Holtzman.
was like, yeah, let's go fuck with Paulie, right? So I texted him, and he called me, and I was like, oh God.
boy.
So I was
Etiquette-
like, fucking
etiquette breach.
Holtzman,
Yeah.
right? So we're talking, and he was with Josh Martin, and as we were talking, Josh goes, "Hey, Eleanor, I can smell your pussy through the phone." And
Josh Martin says that.
Paulie got real quiet, and then he was like, "Dude, you can't talk like that."
Paulie?
Not with Eleanor.
No.
Not with me, but I
Dude.
didn't realize he's
Eleanor's
not part
not
of that.
neat, okay? Right?
Dude, I don't have that smell phone
But-
that you've been talking about. So don't say that.
That's what
because
it's mad
people then
about.
think I have it, but I don't have it.
But
Dude,
he's not
smell
part of
phone.
our weird
No.
fucking group. You forget.
Maybe he's just scared of. Oh, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? 'Cause
He does,
I-
he
He's
doesn't
like,
know
whoa,
that.
that's a woman. Ooh. What? And you're like, no, it's
She's
cool.
big.
He's not
Bathed my
part of our.
mother.
Yeah, he goes, dude, she's like my sister. And for a second, I was like, I am.
Yeah.
Like, that's really nice.
Dude,
and
also,
stupid.
I always hated my sister.
Yeah.
I thought
She's
that
my
after.
sister because she's dead to me.
Did you kill her? Wow, Paulie.
Whatever. It was loneliness.
Right? Hey, convo, though.
Should have fucked a porn star. Good combo.
Good combo with porn stars, definitely. Hi, Ari. How
Ari
are
Shaffir
you?
in the house.
How exciting!
How's
What is this
going for you guys?
hat?
What a-
Dude, it's big time.
oh,
No, what does it
Look,
say?
it's Cisco
Bro.
over here.
yeah.
I would say
It has to
put it
grow in a
back
little bit. I
on,
just
but-
did it. It's got to grow in like a 2 days. It
Look
looks
how
the plan here?
blonde.
It's very blonde.
Why'd you go platinum? Is this because Ric Flair got divorced? Is it a tribute?
Wow. You think Ric Flair and I would make it?
Eleanor, you're
Why,
the
how could
only
you
one.
not?
You're the
I
only one who could
know.
handle Ric Flair.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then if he dies on my watch, I get all his capes. Like
Yep.
I think it would be amazing.
Full
You'd be like,
boas.
woo, and you'd be like, queef.
Woo! Woo!
And you know he can't even
It
on
has
all
like
the
a thunderous sound now. All right, I'm a little
all
older,
the
so-
medication. He still can't get
and
hard.
like a dry
He
heave
cannot?
at the
There's no
end.
way. So you know Flair's just you're
Flair-
about ready to get noodled by the champ. Woo!
Are you saying Flair has no flair anymore?
I'm saying Flair is he's half wooding at best.
Oh man.
Guaranteed.
How old is Flair now? Plus, he's had so many injuries to
He's
his
got to be
groin.
70. He's probably had 200 heart attacks.
He still has
who
those
divorced
bikini
him now?
bottoms, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hope.
He's been married for 4 years.
Oh.
4. That's a lot.
This is his fifth wife.
James Masada.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, but yeah,
That's a long time for Rick. 4 years.
Has he ever come in here, Ric Flair?
No.
no.
No, we had a lot of great ones, but
When
not him.
Piper used to come in, we used to call Ric Flair in the back, and he never answered. And then it'd just be Piper leaving him like 3-minute message telling him what a bitch he is for not answering his phone. We're brothers, and you just let it go.
I love that.
Yeah,
Wow, really?
yeah. That was Sergeant Slaughter used to come in a lot
Right.
Oh, yeah, I remember Slaughter.
with Piper.
That was all
And I
Simone.
remember
Bret Hart. I got to meet Bret Hart one night.
Sheik was the worst one.
Chic,
Yeah.
because he would heckle.
And he would come in tuned up.
He's
So
he's out of his
funny.
mind. He's
Yeah.
legitimately
His nephews
insane.
are great that they
Is he
keep
still alive,
alive.
Sheiky?
Yeah.
He's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were the ones bringing him in. His nephews were bringing him in and,
Rolled
and
over.
pumping him up like
Uh-huh.
they
Yeah.
thought it was hilarious.
They were filming him. At one point, they released something, or it's him. He he's fully convinced by them that the Ultimate Warrior has been legitimately talking shit about what a pussy he is. And then they take
That's
him.
tremendous.
They take him to a autograph signing that the Ultimate Warrior is having. And Sheik's like, "You jabroni, bitch!" And he's like a born again Christian. He's like, "Hey, can we calm down? What's?"
Wait, he's now a born again Christian? That's amazing.
Well,
Or is
Ultimate
it
Warrior's
always?
now dead. But
Oh yeah, I mean, he became a.
I was saying Ultimate Warrior became a born again Christian.
That's what I meant.
Not
That's
Iron
what I
Sheik.
meant.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's yelling curses at him and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Ultimate Warrior's just trying to like de-escalate it the best he can. He's like, "This isn't good."
Uh-oh.
Because I leaned forward, right? So you had to reset it because I leaned forward.
Ari, you fucked it up because you were playing with all the cameras.
Your hand might get in that one sometimes. Just watching.
Are you asking me to?
Yeah, people
Ari,
they want to see less
Ari.
of us.
Two little shadow
Trying to-
puppets.
Trying to
Thanks,
cancel
Tony.
us.
Look
Yeah,
what you
I
did. He's giving a finger.
God. By the
Um,
way, our producer Tony,
His
unbelievable.
hair is
yeah.
glorious.
God.
This
Looking
is
more
not-
majestic than ever before.
It's
We got a
it's
regular Don Juan
embarrassing.
in
It
the
looks like he'd
booth.
pull his hair back with his two fingers, the thumb and the middle finger, and just
Like,
kind of go like
has
that.
to,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like super cool.
yeah, right into a bow.
Straight into it.
Straight
It makes
in
me
that
feel
rubber band.
uncomfortable. I can't imagine how it makes you guys feel.
We have a long line of not great looking producers.
I'm like, you still
Rick
got
got
your
a
hair.
haircut. His
guys-
hair was
Thanks,
long.
guys.
It's still thick.
Yeah.
But Freddie Lockhart was giving me this argument the other night. We're staying in the parking lot. And he's like, "Look at you, man. Hair's still just there."
Just there.
He goes, if this could be 20 years ago. That's how much the same you look. I go, "There's no way that's true." And he goes, "I'm bald. I'm balding now." And I'm like,
Wow.
He needs Lockhart of love.
Yeah.
I you know what? I'm thinking of his beard.
Yeah.
I
He's
just
balding.
think of him as
Freddie's-
hairy.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, wait, is he bald? But he
Yeah.
always wears a hat
Always
and he
wears
has
a
the
hat.
beard. He could grow a hell of a beard, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of cruel.
Well, he just made me feel at first I'm like, "What's wrong with my hair?"
Yeah.
I know it looks
Just
terrible
there.
always.
So why do you do the blonde to make you look younger?
No, I don't know. I just wanted to mix up.
Dude,
I like
When
it.
it's
you going-
shorter, I buzz it usually, and then it grows in like 2 days. So then it's like 20/80, and then it looks good. So it's
Oh,
black,
okay.
black with a blonde on top. But I
are
just-
you
just
going
it.
through a boy band phase?
So hot.
I had
Who's
this move.
the-
And you
I just
right back.
I just want to see you with the full group.
Is your boy band called the Aryans?
It's called the Areolas. Areolas.
Aryan
Damn, it's a sweet group.
Ari! Oh, come on. I didn't bring my mask.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Did you get
Did you get it?
Yeah,
It's
you
very
got it.
important.
Okay.
that we sanitize everything because
Hey,
Ari's going to shit on
During
Ari.
COVID, everyone's like, "Oh, put one of these on. That'll protect everybody from this."
Have one.
Taking over the world. But like, oh yeah, this little foam will do it.
It always does.
I have Mike
Foolproof.
condoms. I bring them everywhere. I don't know why.
Dude, Ari, what's up with the fart, right?
It's like a convo of the butt.
Yeah, dude. Butt combo.
The combo. Paulie, hey, I gotta tell you, I stole one of your. we found a bunch of your old records in there.
You stole something?
I stole out all the good
so
ones.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Let me see. I think it was an Air Supply. I think
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, it was like.
Oh, you
had
mean actual? I thought you meant
Oh, yeah.
like Pauly Shore records.
Mm-mm.
In
That's
my
what I
head, I was
thought,
like, did he
too.
make?
Oh no, there were boxes of
records?
those. I left all those there.
Yeah.
There, yeah. But
He's
yeah.
like, why do I have more? Why do I have extra?
I wouldn't print it out.
People came back and gave them back.
He signed deals like they print out 5,000 every year in perpetuity. And he's like, sweet, I'll make a lot of money. And you're like, you're paying for that.
Yeah. So you stole his Air Supply.
Air Supply. I'm trying
Very
to think what
funny.
else. There was some good.
Ballad 80 banders.
Yeah, he had some decent taste back then as a kid. Paulie as a kid,
Well, yeah, he was a 80s kid.
yeah.
It's an MTV generation.
Comics were probably giving them to him.
probably. Hey,
Here, you should check out this one.
but as a kid, he's like, hey, Sam, if you want spots, you should check out my records.
Dude, come check the records, right?
He had House of Pain play here once.
Really?
It was very exciting. I
Jump,
think I
jump,
got high
jump,
that night
jump.
by accident.
By accident, because you
But
smoked a joint.
Contact. No, I never
That is
smoked a
contact.
joint.
That counts as contact.
So I've never smoked a joint, but they had the green room, the main room.
Yeah.
They were playing, and it might have been Paulie's birthday or something, but they had the door shut in the back, the green room. And it was, I had a I remember I had a tray of drinks, and I was just going like this to find the people.
No.
And putting the drinks down. I hit the piano, because you just walk into it. Then I just put things down, and I couldn't even see.
A decent hot boxing.
It was
going on.
so crazy. I was like, Paulie, can we at least open that back door? You know, the one that goes out to the alley and behind the bar. And he's like, dude, what's wrong with this? And I'm like, I've never been high before. And then after my shift, I remember sitting in the office and I just took my shirt off and I was just like, it's too hot.
So what, did you start fucking everybody?
Yeah.
Well,
Dude, Eleanor was fucking everybody.
Eleanor was fucking everybody.
What's that guy's name again?
David
Dave
Banks.
Tyree. Oh, Dave
no,
Banks.
the
Okay.
great
Banks.
David Banks. Did you ever meet David Banks?
Yeah, once.
Oh,
He kept saying that Eddie
Eleanor.
Griffin fucked Mitzi, and Eddie was like, he wouldn't vociferously deny. He would just go, he would like let him keep talking.
because,
Like,
it
he
was-
used
because
to
it was
fuck her. He would just
so
go,
funny.
Eddie was fucking Mitzi.
David, he would come in the back and he would just stop like at the bottom of that ramp in the
Yeah.
kitchen, and he would be like, Eddie Griffin, remember you fucked Mitzi from back here and she was sitting there? And Eddie would be like, what? Why? And then anybody he talked to
Was he a
about me.
comic? What-
No, he's,
He's
a
an
producer.
old manager.
Oh,
or something.
okay.
Producer.
He was a producer, and he wrote a lot for Richard Pryor. He was so fucking
Okay.
out of
Old
control,
school.
funny. He would,
Eleanor
but he
was
told
fucking
Danish and
everybody.
O'Neill of all people
But Eddie fucked Mitzi.
that Eleanor fucked Eleanor was fucking.
Oh,
everybody.
Eleanor?
And you're like, oh.
Is it good? Do you have any good stories?
Two
about
little
Eleanor?
idiots.
Eleanor was
She
fucking
was fucking Chris
everybody.
Tucker. I mean, I almost turned him into Boone Chuckalaka for a second
Yeah.
there. That night we hung out on the patio. It was Danish, myself. Boone Chuckalaka kept coming over, and he
Ooh.
was using
Ooh.
David Banks as Google. He's like, oh, whatever happened to the backup singer? And he was like asking all these crazy questions. And
I have a question.
yeah, and of course,
You take out your internet. That's how we always phrased it.
wait,
Your
what?
Do you want me to get my phone out? Yeah, get out your
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
Take out your
Yeah.
I'll get out
internet.
my internet, Boone.
I wonder if he'd recognize me or if he'd be like,
You think he's alive?
Boone?
Yeah.
Has he not been around?
No, he's never
COVID
hasn't come
can't
back
kill
since.
Boone, but
He hasn't
I
come
mean,
back
just
since pandemic?
No, someone saw him two months ago. I think
Oh,
was the last time
great.
someone said they saw him on Fairfax.
Why hasn't he been
Melrose.
around?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if he's not allowed or like maybe he showed up early on and they're like, you can't hang out here.
Oh, he's got to be vaccinated probably, and
Yeah.
He doesn't
So-
come in. No, he comes in.
He comes on the patio.
oh god, yeah. I mean, didn't you
That's
just
where
put
you
up a
sell.
video of him?
But it
and
was
Jeff
already a
Fox?
health risk having him around.
Yeah, correct.
That was
Oh.
All the
prior
other
to the
plagues.
pandemic. Yeah.
During potluck, he would go up in his underwear. I brought him up one time. He had a bloody toe. I'm like, hey man,
Yeah.
this is you can't.
Boone Shock.
He's
is,
like, it's fine. He was putting it on
He
the
was
table.
dirty. His crabs had lice.
is sunset
yeah.
royalty is what he is, guys. Let's
Yeah.
be real.
That's right.
Yeah, I was
Since
close
Hollywood
down.
Jesus went
Why?
down.
Why are you telling people I'm homeless?
I have to
Well,
bow
because
my
you live
head.
on the street. Boone. That's
Not
are you-
always.
Coming-
okay. No, you do take a bath sometimes here or there.
You got a bathtub at your house.
I do.
Maybe I come by.
Would you ever
Probably
let
not,
him in?
but-
Would you ever let him in?
No, what I should have done is right before I moved out of that place, I should have been like, "Hey Boone, let's go take that bath.
It's a bathtub.
Everything's out.
What?
I kept one towel. You take your bath."
Did
here."
you guys get along or no?
We got along okay.
Okay.
He wasn't attracted to me physically,
Oh.
Yeah.
so
Sorry.
it never really
Not
got
like Rick.
contentious that way.
hmm
yeah.
He would have a problem with me here or there if he thought I was befriending Tony Click Clack too much, or. But it was just it was friction. It was never like real bad though. But that's
Yeah.
as bad as it ever got.
Yeah. Cause didn't you film him doing
Didn't film him. I
something
think
crazy?
we paid him like $100, so he was pretty much like he's on
Oh.
Team Ari forever after that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a century's salary
And that's when
100%.
Ari informed us that his name was Floyd Cornelius.
because I had to have his first. Yeah, it was a Comedy Central thing, I
That's
think. So
right.
I was like, I gotta get a license. He goes, I don't have one. And I'm like, I mean, I need some form of ID. They won't let me do this. And he goes, I got a Xerox of a ID. And I was like, okay. He brought a Xerox of an expired
it was-
ID on lined paper, just his old expired license, Floyd Cornelius.
Yeah.
And it definitely was his, not
Oh, yeah,
somebody
it's
else.
him.
Wow.
And so every time I'd see him after that, I'd go, "Hey, is that Floyd Cornelius?" He'd go, "What do you say?"
What do you say? What do you say?
I said, "Is that Floyd Cornelius?" "That's not my name." I go, "Well, how do you know I was talking about you?" Just like a sneer look away.
We're not doing this.
"Hey, Mr. Cornelius, that's my father."
Oh, that's not my name, but he
Right.
became a new thing.
Yeah, he's Floyd Cornelius. He's Boone Shakalaka.
That's my
now.
father.
Were you coming here? Did you see the homeless triple, double.
It's gotten great.
Insane.
LA is all outdoorsmen apparently.
Dude, they're building wings on these boxes.
Yeah.
I saw
On
one
my
guy that
corner?
had like different bikes, like 3 different bikes for every like regular BMX, then a 10-speed, and then like a child's bike.
Nice and organized,
Yeah,
too.
depending on what terrain and what the conditions are like, you take out a different bike.
Dude, you might get a turkey dinner out of one of those one of these days. The right trade comes along.
Yeah.
That's
Boone's
right.
out there helping.
That's right.
Dude.
I don't steal nothing. I got people that steal for me.
Oh, well,
That's like real pimp shit, bro.
New York homeless, I mean, they're just on the street. I don't
they're on the street. But
remember, like, elaborate boxing.
They probably
No.
don't
Here,
allow
the
it.
boxing
no, they
is
won't allow
insane.
it. They'll push. Yeah, they don't allow it. They have shelters and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
In the human race, they have shelters. In L.A., for some reason.
Basically, the
San
issue-
Francisco too.
the moment they decriminalized setting up things on sidewalks and minor drug offenses,
Yeah, it was on.
it was on.
Oh, it was huge.
and then they were
on.
like, all right, so basically nothing on, if you steal less than $1,000, it's not even a crime.
They're like,
So
sweet.
they're just like, all right.
winning.
Yeah.
So you just steal, you just make a living off of stealing under $1,000.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like
You can
it sounds
handle
like
that.
Joey Diaz for his whole entire like.
That's
he should've been in
that's who
college.
wrote the bill, I believe.
Yeah.
As long as it's under
See him come
$1,000,
in,
you're
pulling
fine.
up his pants.
Bug
Come here to
pants,
sign the bill,
getting the tie,
cocksucker.
it doesn't fit. It fits like Farley. He's like got a little bit of his collars up. It's like
That would be amazing.
I'd vote for him over the crap that they
where's
have.
that? Where's that Bill?
Where's that?
Who? The guy Bill.
You're a mayor.
Yeah, no, you're signing a bill. Yeah, who is he?
I'm just a bill. He starts singing the song.
I'm just.
Do
You
you
know what
know
the fuck I'm
that?
talking about.
That's Schoolhouse Rock,
yeah,
y'all.
okay. I didn't know. I always know I'm elderly, so I have to ask.
Remember the rock version of Schoolhouse Rock? They had like real bands doing it. Real bands were doing the Schoolhouse Rock songs.
Did they have Twisted Sister involved?
No, it was like '90s, like alt bands.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
I think
funny.
that's true.
I don't know that.
Jamie, look that up for me.
Jamie? Oh, wait. No, this isn't Joe Rogan.
Oh, really? Oh, I'll see you
His
guys.
name's Tony. And if he brings it up and puts it on here,
Put it up. Oh,
it's supposed to say
interesting.
the comedy store right here, but it's
Oh,
not
really?
up. And,
Yeah, he's just like reference
and it's
stuff that's
also
not happening.
not in the shot.
Acts like I
so,
forgot to insert it.
Green screen.
So right there is when he inserts it.
hey, we could put a porn up here,
That's a good idea.
and we can talk about it because it's not on
because
camera.
they can't see it.
That's right. Look,
Why
see,
wouldn't you just
Tony?
have a sign?
Yeah,
Why would you
really.
have a?
We usually have the comedy store
Why-
sign, but I don't know
But
what's
why would
happening.
you get a TV to express what a sign can do at all times?
Well, I'm assuming this was to bring up, like, if we reference something.
yeah.
That's what I'm assuming.
but no camera on it, huh?
But not currently. I don't think it works currently. I believe Richie broke it.
Somebody broke it. I can't imagine Richie broke anything. That's so
well, no,
weird.
when I
what
said
would
that,
make
what
you
I
think
meant was
Richie
that
broke something?
Richie probably came down here and it realized it could never have the same energy that he has, and it broke itself. It was a suicide, television
yeah.
suicide.
Somebody
it's not
sent
what
me
it was.
a video that a guy brought a big TV like this from a crackhead, and it was a KFC menu.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And I was like,
I
"Is that real?" And he goes, "I don't know," but he just found it. He sent it to me.
I'd be happier with that than
The
the
KFC menu
yeah.
on a big screen.
Like
Yeah.
he got all excited, like, "Look at this!" Then
That
he
would
put
be
it in
cool
his
as an
house,
art
and it was
piece.
a
You
KFC
man
menu.
cave that thing.
Uh huh. It would
That's
make
what
you
we
hungry for
need.
chicken eventually.
Yeah, but not KFC.
Yeah.
Would you go? Ugh.
KFC.
One
I tried to
time-
go with the double down. They had the one on Sunset. I used to walk to that,
Yeah.
but it was so greasy. I would just get nauseated instantly.
Freddie-
What is that?
The double down.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It was a chicken patty
Mm-hmm.
as buns, chicken patty,
Right.
chicken patty, and then stuff in the middle.
Got it.
I think like a hamburger in the middle or
Cheese.
something,
It-
cheese and something. Yeah.
Something. It was.
So
yeah, I
It's a
remember.
bun of chicken patties.
And
fried chicken.
Freddie bought me chicken from there. I go, all right, just no bones, just whatever. I was starving, and it was the night Mitzi. It was one night I managed this place.
Yeah.
Only one night.
And that was the night she was cool.
Motherfucker. Yeah, she
That
begged
was the
me
night
to
she was
do
awesome. Yeah.
it. Because remember Brandon Duncan?
Uh huh. Yeah.
Well, he worked, I think, I don't know, 105 days in a row or
Oh,
something.
yeah, they love burning people out.
So they were like, you have to give him a break or he's going to snap. But he was already teetering, and
100 days in a row. I mean,
105.
Oh my God.
He was flipping out. And so I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I remember I wore like a skirt. I tried to like be different. Like I don't know.
Professional owner.
And I was like, Freddie, I have my laundry with me. It was still wet. Like, I mean, everything was going wrong because for a manager, you have to be in at like 4:00. So I was like, fuck. So I came in, did my laundry in the kitchen.
That's right.
Mitzi came in.
I
Freddie
forgot
brought
the
me.
washer and dryer used to be right by the where Dean
Still is.
Cuisine now is.
Is it?
Oh, that's
no.
right. No, it wasn't the kitchen.
Now
You're
it's
right.
over
You're right.
under-
Now it's over by the
Yeah.
stairs.
Now it's the other in front of the VIP bar. But
In case anyone
reminds
is
me.
looking for the laundry or
What?
mat
Do my
here at
laundry
the
tomorrow.
Comedy Store.
here,
Yeah.
you can do it here.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You're bring enough to get me through the trip. I thought I'd wash it somewhere.
I hate that. And a million times in New York, I'd have to stop. I'd have to get mine and Andrews and go and do laundry. It's the best though. Doing laundry on the road, I had to
on
do
the
it
road
in
when you
Vegas a
when you
couple
have one
times,
in
too.
your place and you can just like throw the wash in and leave, then later it's come home with a bag full of clean. Wow.
I had to go to a laundromat when we were in New York with Dice.
Mm-hmm.
The first time we
frightening.
went. So we went to Florida for like 4 or 5 days, and then I basically packed enough clothes for like 5 days, thinking like, yeah, that'll be enough. And then immediately you're like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, I
This
was like,
isn't
no.
good.
Now I gotta find a fucking laundromat.
Yeah, you do it in Vegas a lot.
In
It's
Vegas,
just, like,
I
too
had to
long
do it a
week, and you're like,
lot.
I can't pack for 8 days.
Yeah.
It-
That's exactly what I
It's
just
like, this
did
is
right
too
now.
much.
What did Holtzman bring enough clothes for?
I did
a full
14
week?
because I was gone the week before too.
He just killed
Holtzman,
a vagrant and it's like, your outfit got everywhere.
Hey.
You asked too many questions.
You're about the same size.
Yeah.
this one night he came down. He has this like rodeo. What do you
Yeah.
call him? Cowboy. I can't remember.
A
what-
rodeo clown.
rodeo clown, something like that. So he looked. It's like his cowboy shirt, whatever. It's very tight, and he's on stage and he's doing his thing and jumping around. And he had a fucking giant hole.
Oh.
I peed.
Oh.
I laughed so hard. I came back. He goes, "Hey, they were good." I go, "Hey, your shirt's not." And he goes, "You don't
Hey,
like
they
this
were
shirt?"
good.
And I go, "Brian, you have a big hole." He goes, "Oh," and he just laughed for like 20 minutes. He had no idea.
Oh.
And I was like, "Don't lift your arm." And he's like, "I'm not gonna remember that."
Poor
And Danish
Holtzman.
was like, "What if he only uses one arm?" Because he tries not to use. We were crying. Oh my God, he's so
He
funny.
only wears the finest of silks. That's
truly
the thing about
does.
Brian.
I
Yeah,
love
he
when
does
he
wear
gets
nice
all
silk.
dressed up.
Him and Sebastian really are one and the same.
He
You
has
think
like
about it,
a
torn from the same.
a very
Very
expensive.
Yeah.
What are those little ties called?
A boyo tie.
Boyo.
Bolo.
He's
Yeah.
got
Bolo?
a very
Boyo?
expensive
I
one.
don't know if it's. I guess it probably
Is that how you
is.
say it? Boyo.
Boyo. I don't know if it's 1 L or 2s.
I have no idea.
Boyo. I don't get involved with those people.
Bolo. What do you mean?
What do you mean those people?
Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah. Right.
God.
Good save.
What'd you think?
Took
I
it out
meant?
on the
Good
whites.
save.
Taking it
Take
out on
it
the
out
whites.
on the whites.
Ari, we brought you in because we wanted to talk to you about Whoopi Goldberg. Let's get to the.
Oh.
Let's get to the hot topics, Rick.
What-
Do
what-
you have your questions?
What
for
would we
him?
go? What's about her?
see.
She's okay. Well, I should say right away. I don't believe Goldberg is her real name.
Interesting.
Yeah,
You're kidding.
I think it was a thing she did to get into Hollywood.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it may supposed to make it very interesting. I'm not sure.
Why do you think she doesn't have eyebrows? Is that something that was
Did
burned
she
up?
take him out? Maybe she's part Latino
Ooh.
Interesting.
or Armenian.
Armenians have eyebrows.
They do.
Armenians
they
have,
more
like-
than enough.
Yeah.
They should give
They have
those eyebrows to
several,
Freddie
several.
Lockhart.
They should
Yeah.
donate the brows.
What the fuck am I talking about?
He could pin them in. Yeah. He could, what's that
Dude,
doctor's name?
yours
I
is
can't
coming
think.
in thick, though.
Only
That's
when
the
it's
thing.
blonde like this.
It really does
It
look
looks
good.
bigger.
Oh, I see a little, but not bad, Ari. Yeah, that's not terrible.
Thank
You still got good hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See
Do
my
you
pubes?
t-
Andrew, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Ari,
When I see my pubes.
you're not even going to see him coming.
I'm not serious.
Hey, Eleanor.
You're not going to see him coming.
Eleanor, get the hammer.
Dice, I'd love to see you sometimes. You're not going to see me coming. You're not even going to see me coming. Well, that's just what you just said, but just again.
How hard did we laugh at
Oh,
that?
my God. Does
So
he know?
crazy. I don't think so. Well, just because it was so shocking. Like,
I was
what?
like, what? You're mad? Dude, I just went to the Improv, and I said I haven't been there since before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I came
Did you
back
do
here
the
once.
snail, the ball crawl?
What is
What
that?
is it called?
Didn't you
With
get
his nuts?
banned for
Oh.
the snail race?
Yeah,
Yep.
snail race.
Snail-
You go like this with your balls. All
I
the
do
way
it at
up.
the Comedy Store all the time.
Yeah.
Yep. What's the big deal?
They're like, you want to do that at Comedy Store? I'm like, I do. What do you mean? Your example does not apply.
Once or twice a month.
Yeah.
So you were at the Improv.
One of the doors. So I haven't been there. I came here once, and then I didn't go to the Improv, but I went there.
You mean since the pandemic? Got it.
Someone goes, "Hey man, how you been?" Like a friendly face. I haven't seen in a while. That old server I saw. He's like,
Oh, Antonio.
Yeah, he's the best. But this server was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey, how you been?" He's like, "Fine." I'm like, "Oh, you still mad at me for Kobe Bryant?"
Oh no,
for sure.
You're
for
kidding.
sure. I'm like, well, you look good. He goes, "Yeah, thanks." Like you're trying to be upset.
Are you serious?
It's just so funny
So
and stupid.
Oh God.
Tool.
People get offended by a comic telling a fucking joke. How does that work?
I don't
How
know.
does
They
that
lose their
fucking
minds.
work?
They lose their minds.
And comics who throw other comics under the butt, please,
It's a pandemic of that.
yeah,
Comics throw
that's
other
more
comics
the
under the bus.
pandemic. I'd rather have the Wuhan flu.
It's
Yeah.
hard for me to. Not reach out to people to try and get involved more.
What do you?
What do you mean?
There's a lot of bringing people in, and I feel like there's a lot of people
Wait.
just not asking my opinion on
I
whether or
like
not we should be canceling people.
I understand. So what
do you
think?
Like, what do you think's been lacking?
I feel like maybe people just don't know that I'm interested in that field. of-
Cancel fields?
Yeah, the field of
cancelites?
cancel. I think
You
I-
want to help cancel people?
I think I should be put in charge.
Would you cancel
socially.
Whoopi Goldberg?
I mean, what she said was
What'd you do?
ignorant.
What'd you say? What'd you say? By the way, can we cancel people
Ignorant.
for like normal, like not returning texts?
I think
Yeah.
it's beyond.
Yeah, how about
ignorant.
that? How about tell everybody? Like, we all agree this guy never returns a fucking text on time.
Yeah,
He
that-
should
On
be fired.
time.
that's as
Yeah.
that's as
Like
reasonable as some.
I
of
got
the
a
other
lot of
reasons.
blues in this thread. My friends also have a lot of blues with the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, 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 blue. Where's your return? Almost never comes. You only ask for stuff. He's got to lose his
Oh,
job.
he only asked for stuff.
Yeah, got to lose his
Out.
job.
Out.
He's out.
Get
Yeah.
rid of him.
Canceled.
Yeah. What did
Take
Whoopi
him out of
Goldberg
the.
do? I want to know what Whoopi Goldberg did.
They're talking about
A
World
real
War
light
II.
subject.
right?
It's a very
Yeah,
light
on The
subject
View.
they were talking about.
and she said that the Holocaust was
Hold on,
not.
stop, pause. Oh my God.
But again, her name's Goldberg, right?
Why
so she,
is The View bringing up the Hawks? Listen, I was never
We
an
didn't even
avid
get-
watcher.
Through the sentence.
I was never an avid watcher of The View, but from what I understand, that just does not seem like their wheelhouse. That seems like a producer would be like, ooh.
Like, yeah.
Bleh.
Quiet on the set.
I was with Matt Nose on radio in San Diego. Remember that morning radio they did, and
Yeah.
they switched from like Fox to ABC, but the same guys, like same office. They just switched the logo, and they were talking about how it was in New York, and I was like, it's good. Or I said I was in New York, and I was trying to clean it up, and I was like, and I saw a man on the subway, and he was masturbating. Because I was like, don't say jerking it. And they're like, hey, you know what? I was like, I cleaned it up. They're like, don't bring it up at all. It's like, oh yeah, good point. I guess I could have just not brought up the self.
You don't have
yeah.
anything else
Yeah.
to talk about?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
this is it.
Why are the view ladies
So, obviously.
bringing up the Holocaust? And by the way, don't they just bring up topical stuff? Is this just out of the light?
well, this is
Yeah,
how
that's
they
what I'm
this is how they
curious.
made it topical. Was
right? Statute of limitations is now. It is no longer too soon on the Holocaust.
she went to what I think she thought was the woke viewpoint of the Holocaust was not about racism. Her thinking being that Jewish people are white, so they cannot be the victims of racism.
Oh, right.
Completely leaving out the fact that it happened because Hitler decided that they were
They're not.
they were a
area.
sub-race.
Yeah, right.
But she just ignores that. She's
So
like,
what
"It's
do you
not
think it
about-"
was about?
She goes,
Religion.
she goes, yeah, it's not about racism.
So in her head, that's a good defense because they say Jews
She
pick
said
a
it was-
side. Are you a religion or a nation?
She said it was about it was some stupid point like this is about humankind hating
Another
or
humankind.
something. Yeah.
So then that is what
It's just like
racism
this
is
vague
anyway.
thing.
It's just this argument of like, is Judaism a race or a religion? And
Right.
People go,
That's
it's
what I
not,
was just
it's not
gonna
a
say,
race,
yeah.
and it's like, then if it's not a race, which is like also fine, but like then you're like,
What do you think
but also
it is?
then I'm
As
sure
one
then
of
I'm sure
them.
everybody gets mad at her, but she's not saying the Holocaust was fine, right? But everyone's putting that on her now,
Yeah.
because she just like misconstrued.
Yeah.
She's not saying it's at all okay.
No.
But she's
Right.
like, I think it was based mostly this and not that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, no, now you're Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like,
they're gonna call her that or
Yeah.
turn
The-
her.
the right
into-
you
wing.
owe everybody an apology because
Yeah.
you got it wrong.
The right wing was going after her on social media, like
Because
all
they-
of them. Because how
Wow.
come Roseanne Barr got canceled forever, but Whoopi can say this horrible thing? You're like, you probably say the same horrible thing.
It wasn't even like mean. It's just like
It's not
just
mean.
like-
it's
are
just,
they? Are
it
they?
is a little
I thought they were.
ignorant.
It's ignorant semantics is what
Right.
it is. Because are they a different race? No. But is that the reason why that happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, because people do consider.
Well, what do the other
Jews a
girls in the
race.
View do right then? Were they just like?
There was a lot of uncomfortable.
Whoopee,
Yeah.
whoopee. That's
Dude,
what
one of
they
my
were doing.
favorite was that.
And someone threw in a comment about gypsies too, like people
Wait,
like
what?
to, where you're like, why do you bring up the gypsies? Who gives a fuck about the
That's
gypsies?
like Brett Ernst. It's like the Irish suffered too. Dude. It's like, all right,
Hey,
Brett,
we
it's
did.
bad. It was worse than the black experience. Like, wow, I
I
don't know about
wouldn't
that.
say that, but I will say
I wouldn't
we
even
were.
bring it up, Brett. We're
we
watching
were
the Super Bowl.
combined for
We're
a
just
while.
watching the Super Bowl. There's only blacks here. There's no Irish.
We're about to
How do you
go
think
into.
Italian people were treated? No, I know.
All right.
Appropriately?
Well, they were
probably?
greasy and they just slipped right in.
Yeah.
So.
You're considered white, so we can say
In
what
what
we want about you.
neighborhood?
Yeah, I mean, in the old days when Italians were not considered whites, they were close enough to blacks to be like, not in my
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the most offensive thing you can say to a Italian. They love it.
that you're black.
No, not that you're black. That
You're not white.
You're not white.
Yeah,
And so I do it to all my friends because they bury me because I'm Irish, and most of my friends are Italian.
Filthy.
Yeah, pure filth. And so I mean,
Good.
like, I get texts from my friend Anthony every day. He's like, you know what you never hear people say? I'm in the mood for Irish food tonight. Like, that's fucked up, man.
No, they don't.
Son of a bitch.
Son
Who
of
is
a
this
bitches.
guy?
So what do the other girls in the View do? I want to know that.
They just basically kind of tried to talk over it and like move on. And the thing I don't understand, Corinne and I were talking about this earlier, was
And Corinne's Israeli.
they
Yeah, spy from Israel.
they
100%.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they
From where?
Embedded, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
they pre-record that show,
So they could have just edited it out
but they still just
Oh,
aired
my
it.
God.
because they weren't even thinking it was a thing,
I guess.
or they hate Whoopi and they're like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck
We've
this.
got to get rid of her.
Yeah, why didn't they just edit it out?
I don't know. I didn't
She's-
think about it till today, and Corinne said,
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, they
Good point.
Is-
put that
It's
out
not
there.
live, The View?
I completely
think so.
forgot. I thought it was live.
And it's not even
too.
like a 2-minute delay. It's like fully recorded and
I
then put
believe
out later.
so.
Yeah, you think they'd be like, hey, that's going to get somebody in trouble.
Are you
It's not-
sure? I'm trying to
pretty
think about it.
sure.
I remember Dice did.
Jamie,
it,
pull
but
that
I-
up if it's pre-recorded.
Hey,
or not.
Jamie, is it? Damn, this is our.
Interesting.
It's on the board.
Jamie.
You guys can't see on the video, but
Okay, so right here,
all the
Whoopi
information.
Goldberg. Sorry, it's Goldberg.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably not that. It's not definitely not live.
yeah,
But it's not that far off that they can't edit it.
that's all.
Right,
I'm
You know
right.
what I
Or
mean?
Like,
Like,
hey, take
it-
that. Do you mind taking
even
that
if it was
out?
an hour,
Podcast,
half
sometimes you'd be
hour.
like, hey, take
Yeah,
that
yeah.
out. I should
Yeah.
have said that.
So many people say that in podcasts. Can you edit that?
It's too much sometimes, but also I get it. They're like,
Yeah,
it's a
and
fun
most of
joke,
the,
but like, it's only gonna get me
The
in
people
trouble.
from
Yeah, no reason.
upstairs tell us we have
Oh,
to
really?
edit.
No, that should never be. But that makes sense. Comedy Store.
It's live? It says it's live.
live.
Maybe it's
Jamie
live.
says it's
Okay.
live.
Damn, that's too bad.
I
'cause
mean,
then you
it's
would've had
our
somebody
version
else
of
going,
Jamie, so it might not be accurate, but it's.
Is she like sticking with it, or is she now going, all right, yeah, okay, I get it. I didn't know."
People were angrier today because
Well,
she
she's gonna
apparently
have
went,
to-
she went on Colbert last night to apologize, but then also kind of
Doubled
mentioned
down.
again that it wasn't about racism.
Because she doesn't really believe that they're not white, that we're not white.
Yeah, you're just white.
So she's like, they told me you're not white.
Is
but-
filthy
so I'm
a
sorry
race?
I said that, but fuck you, Eleanor.
Wait,
Coming
I'm
as a guest
just
here.
asking a question.
damn, the acting skills.
I
have gotten
mean,
better.
really good, Ari. Right on cue. You almost
The
made me
outrage.
think you cared about
I thought you
your
were
people.
Gen Z for a minute. You were so mad. It's the hair. It's the hair.
The hair really brings
I'm
it
working
home.
on
You look
TikTok video.
25, bro.
Are you on TikTok?
No.
Oh,
Are you?
no.
Dork,
Wait,
loser.
I
you
do
are.
have.
You are.
I
you
do
are.
have an account.
I just realized now that you
Can I
called
tell
me
you
on my
why?
lie that I was lying. Oh yeah.
I'm not. I want to
Fucking
know if you're on it.
TikToker.
I'm going to be a TikTok sensation, and you're going to be pissed.
Dude,
Now,
I was
you're going to
talking
be like,
about, I was
put me on
talking
your
about-
TikTok. I'm kidding.
I was telling stories in the parking lot one night about what a douche Josh Nasser is, and
I just heard.
What?
And then
O'Neill told
someone was like, you know, he has 200,000 TikTok followers. I go, so what?
It doesn't mean it's not a
Who
loser.
gives a shit? I'm telling you a story about a man jumping through the roof of his car
What
because
does
he
this
was
have-
such a
yeah,
tool.
What does that have to do with it? You know, he's originally from Duluth. Like, what is that? what are any of these things? You know, he had a hamburger 2 times last week. Like,
He's definitely not a loser.
Can we get rid of
He
the
eats
autistic
meat.
guy with the creepy
jump
facts?
through a roof. I can do it, and then just smash the roof of his own car.
No, PJ Stansberry
Oh, jumped
And
on
just
it.
so you know when that.
But Nasser told him it was cool. That's how bad he wanted it to belong.
It
at
was
that moment.
cool. It was cool. He was right about that.
Yeah,
for everybody else.
It was the
that
coolest
watched.
that PJ had ever been.
for sure. Midair, you're like, he's peaking.
You're peaking.
He's peaking.
Yeah.
This is the pinnacle.
Uh-huh. Him getting off that car was him jumping the shark.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, we
poor
put a video
dude.
on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
Me and Andrew, or whatever. Andrew did it.
Andrew did a
Not-
lip sync?
It's not no. It's one of our videos that we do in the street.
Yeah.
And we were in a hotel room. I was in the hallway, and we had a fight. And I knocked on the door, and he came videoing me. And so I realized he's videoing. So I go even further with what we're doing, because I really just came up and go, "Hey, jerk off, why'd you write that?" And when I saw he was videoing, I go, "Why would you do that?" I just whatever. So I started
your
punching.
Irish lid is
Yeah.
what happened.
So then he said something stupid, and I punched the door, and it's a really stupid video.
Yeah.
He puts it up, and Reddit took it and was like, "See, women are abusive too. This is Dice's wife, and she beats him."
Oh, my God.
I was like, "Oh my." And it was like she threw him out on the
And
street.
Dice is like,
Wife?
whoa, whoa.
I was in the hallway.
Wife, I wanted
Fiancé.
it for years. Now you're putting it on me? I did everything I could,
She
and I never got the
made it
ring.
past fiancé.
Oh, I got a ring, Ari.
Oh, you got a ring.
Eleanor, get the hammer.
I have as many rings as Tom Brady. I have
You
rings.
have 7 rings. You know why he retired, right?
Why?
Did you
Breaking
get the
news.
inside scoop?
Yeah.
What happened?
Jazane Maxwell named him.
Whoa.
coming out.
Ooh,
He was like, I don't want to
really?
bring dishonor to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, smart.
And, fine gentleman of Ybor City.
That's
so,
amazing. Wouldn't
yeah.
that bring honor to Tampa Bay? I gotta be honest.
That's how he stayed young. Fucking young girls.
Of course.
Jazane Maxwell's an old lady now.
Mm-hmm.
Not Jazane Maxwell. Giselle Bundchen.
Giselle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
'cause
he's,
she
It
wasn't
literally,
out
I
there.
went right to her when you said
yeah,
that.
he was
I
on
forgot who it
Epstein
was.
Island many times, and so it was coming out. So he's like, I mean,
Wow.
he was one game away from a fucking AFC title. Just an overtime,
Yeah.
a coin flip away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No reason to retire.
No, not now. He's still up at the highest level.
I love that bit Bill Burr does about, because Tom Brady's 40, in his 40s now,
44,
whatever.
yeah.
But he goes, when he first turned 40, he's like, now he gets hit and you just see his lifeless body go down. Like he still has the arm, but when he gets hit, it shows
like,
his
"Ow."
age. Just like, oh shit.
Oh.
That's why they made that
Strawberries.
rule. You can't hit him.
Dude, where did you
Can't
get
tell.
that scoop, by the way?
I
Oh,
got it
yeah.
from the inside.
Are
I have
you-
a friend who's a warden at Jazane's maximum security prison, and
Shut up.
it's his job to lead her in and out of the court.
Yep.
And he heard him say a lot of names, and he's a sports fan, so that's one of the names
That's
he
one of the
remembered.
names he remember. That makes sense. You
Tom
heard it
Brady.
here first, guys. Unbelievable.
Breaking.
You got the scoop.
Is there any information that you have on Steve Bono, another great quarterback
interesting.
of?
What do you do of the San Francisco area?
Yeah, I just assumed he probably has some pretty
Where does
crazy
Steve Bono play?
stories
San
too.
Francisco?
And then the Chiefs.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
he-
they said he rode to the island.
Yeah.
And then they were
Oh,
like,
okay.
hey,
that
man,
makes more
wow.
sense.
You
That's
can't
better.
come. He
That
goes, no, I just need more gas. And they're like, you have a rowboat though.
Yeah.
And he was like, can I just please come? And they just like pushed him off.
Unbelievable. You're the first. Steve Bono, not allowed on the island.
He's like, come on, guys.
So
I'll
he
say
didn't
Bono.
get
I'll say I have a
named.
boner for this young girl. And they're like, it's not happening, Bono. He's like, damn it.
So he didn't
Yeah.
get named. He's
I
not.
can't believe that there was an actual story that he
Yeah.
had heard.
Bono was named as someone who had never set foot on the island.
Are
What
you
are the
in the
odds of
book?
that?
Are you? Have you ever been on the island?
I have been on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was okay. I was just like research and development before it was started. It was
R&D.
kind of like Jurassic Park before,
R&D.
beforehand.
Yeah.
R&D. Yes, exactly. We should develop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He knows a lot about inventions and getting dividends and stuff like that.
That's amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
That's why they call me Ari. It's R&D.
I get it.
R&D.
That's awesome.
R&D.
Was the island cool? It was cool to be
Yeah, it was
on?
pretty. They were like, "Hey, we got to build something here," and I was
Mhm.
kind of like, "Yeah, like that'll be a good barracks." And they're like, "What if we wanted like a prison, but like a cute prison?"
Cute.
You know? Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, well, I guess the sunlight would come in on this side. That would be good." I didn't know what they were asking for.
They say
now, though,
cute because
yeah.
everybody's so
back, it
young.
it makes sense now. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
so
like,
cute. It's because the girls are so young. They
Yeah.
want it to be inviting and sweet
yeah,
and
yeah,
cute.
it's all
A lot
pic-
of Hello Kitty.
Did you have spitball at all with like age of type of broads they should bring to the island when you were designing things?
No,
Will
so
they
they didn't
let
run
the
that by
elderly
me.
in?
I did see them discussing it. There was a department for that, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, it was more like, would like rich Jews feel comfortable here?
Right.
You know,
Ooh, I like
yeah.
that.
My suggestion was they do want to fuck young boys and girls, but also they want to send back the soup. So serve the soup at a lukewarm temperature.
Got it.
So Jews can be like, the soup isn't warm.
So
Right.
Send it back.
You
Send it
gotta have
back
something
and
to
bring
complain
out
about.
another one of those 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
6,
Yeah,
huh?
some of them went.
Wow.
Did
Some
you
went
do the
that.
act out when you pitched it? Because it
Epstein.
seems
Yeah.
it's crazy that they didn't go
Do you
for it
think they would
exactly.
let me go on the island? I have Invisalign. Does that make me younger?
We can get you on the island
I
now.
can get you on the island. Yeah, what's there now? They should be able to tour like
That's what
the
comes out.
Narcos
What are the
prison
gr-
that you can visit in
Yes.
Medellin.
Yeah.
Pablo's
What
prison.
comes out of like now on
There
the
should
island
be-
is women like me.
They should
Like,
listen. I don't know if we have any travel companies out there, but we call this weekend at. I mean, Epstein's is really the only way to go. But
Yeah,
you live
Weekend
a
at
weekend in
Epstein.
the life.
weekend at Jeffries.
ooh, I like it.
Yeah, Epstein's.
Weekend at Jeffries. Jeffries. I like that. I don't
yeah,
know
and
why.
you just live like it was, kind of Westworldy.
Yeah.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
That's so hot. Wait, you can visit
But
Can you visit the island? Where is the island?
Isn't it in? Is it Grand Caymans? I can't even remember.
No.
I don't know.
Is
It's got to
it
be somewhere
that?
tropical. It's not like
Can
off
you look
Iceland.
it up, Jamie? Thank you.
I'm convinced there must have been somebody there when they're all like, "Yeah, we go, we do lots of stuff. We play golf and stuff like around people like sweet." And then somebody just didn't know if they were joking. He was like, "I'm here to play golf. Get out of the cold in February."
Where are your clubs?
Yeah.
Why do you only have an overnight bag? That's
It
weird.
is fun to think who was the guy who didn't realize what he was getting into.
There had to be someone on that island who
I'm
was
sorry,
like,
you're doing what?
yeah, "What do you
Like
what are
Chris
y'all doing?"
Tucker, because wasn't Chris Tucker that he was named in one of them?
Really?
That or something. like
Eleanor was
he
fucking everybody on that island.
They said he was on the plane or something, but I could see Chris being like,
I'll get
"Oh,
on a plane with you,
cool."
Bill Clinton. Let me ride.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
like, you know what this is, right? I'm like, yeah, I know what it is. It's a party.
And just getting all like, what the fuck is all this?
Yeah.
Like,
Uh-huh.
You got any grown ass women on this island?
Yeah. Why they give us a necklace full of pacifiers?
that would be ridiculous.
This reality show is gonna
Ooh.
really
Taking
take
a
it to the next
Jeffries.
level.
Yeah. How would you
reality
survive
show.
at Epstein Island? How would you do it when no one would find out that you're not fucking under? You're like, I don't know, I just like 25-year-olds. Can't that be my thing? What? Okay, now there must have been something. And when people really love like to fuck young, whatever, you know.
Okay.
And you have all that power in the world. You have Squid Games kind of power. You can get whatever you want, right? But doesn't somebody want to fuck like a 66-year-old?
Yeah.
Like an
Someone does.
80-year-old?
What about
They must have
me?
had some older hookers too.
You're saying there was Golden Girls running around?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how Betty White died.
Bring out Ruth.
She lost work
Yeah.
because she was on
Unbelievable.
Epstein Island.
I like
Unbelievable. You're here first, guys.
Guys.
Break news.
Where Virgin Islands.
Virgin
that
Islands.
makes
Virgin
perfect
Islands.
sense.
Oh, that's right.
Bring
The
a lot
Virgin
of
Islands.
virgins, the
Nice.
virgin.
No, thanks.
Those young. Oh man, I thought it was a mic drop, not a shit drop.
Hey Don, they said Virgin Islands. I said the Virgin Islands.
What are you doing?
Pussy is as pussy does, Don.
You son of a bitch! That was hilarious. Yeah, that's why you're my best
Give him
friend.
another chocolate.
Oh my God.
One of
What
my
is this?
one of my favorite.
Wait.
Cosby.
When I was
Oh
What-
yes,
when I was in my early 20s, I would just go hang out with Don and
naturally.
like we'd go to the film Ding Dong Show stuff at some public access
Oh, what's the
channel
best?
up in the valley.
Yeah.
I did it for a long time.
Jimmy Kimmel. That's how Jimmy Kimmel got to start.
He made me do something terrible. Go ahead.
Me and I think Sheezer went up there and we're
Oh, that's
watching
no
him, and he had Brian Cosby and a couple other ones, and like 4 people sitting in chairs having a conversation.
Okay.
And he told Brian, every time you tell a great joke, I'll give you a piece of chocolate. And Cosby's
God,
eyes
it's like a dog.
went straight to the chocolate and didn't get off. So their conversation is going on, and then Don went, "Hey Brian, do you want to say anything?" Don, I just wanted to say, pussy is as pussy does. You son of a bitch! And you give him a chocolate,
And he's like,
like devouring
my
the chocolate all the
God.
thing. And then, one of the callers called in. They wanted me to tell Brian that you're a homosexual and that you have sex with men. Oh yeah? Well, Don, I want you to tell them. Why don't you bring your sister down here and I'll show you what a homosexual is. We're all just like,
You son of did it again. Undefeated, Cos.
You got it, dude.
Yeah, the Cos. Too bad he's not around now because they would have done the Cosby. They would have been like, who's the better Cos?
Oh, that would have been
Oh.
nice.
With his
Cosby
flat
versus
head.
Cosby.
He was one of the best lunatics
He was
that were
great.
around here.
Yeah, where have all the great ones gone?
Oh, yeah, let me ask you this: living
Yeah.
in New York, is there a club?
Living in New York.
A club like this, meaning the
No.
psychotic behavior.
No, there's pieces of this club in in lots of other clubs.
Okay.
So New York Comedy Club is the belly room. They have all of the young comics
Ah.
kind of run that. They like
Okay.
get most spots. Occasionally a bigger comic go on down there, but it's mostly like mid-level guys. The Sellers, like, you know, the best, like the old school best comics.
Yeah,
Although
yeah,
that's
but they don't
shifting
have the
now, too.
characters. Is what.
They don't, but they get the most pop-ins too, like the celebrity
Right.
pop-ins. Yeah, and then the stand, right, and then to hang upstairs. But no, they don't have the lunatics. Where do the lunatics go?
Why do we get the lunatics?
Full-on porn stars and homeless people, and they're
Well,
just tolerated.
We just
100%.
we let them
The seller
perform
gets
on
on
the
the
open
street.
mic for so long that they really felt like they became a part of it.
They're like, I'm more of a part of it than you are. This
Yeah.
guy just got here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many homeless. I mean, I thought Mickey was really homeless. I didn't
did
know he
too.
was like a
Mickey and
billionaire.
Gaylord.
Mickey has money.
He gave me a black card, Amex black card.
He did like computer programming or something.
All
And
these
he's-
He's a
years, I'd
street
be
drunk.
Yeah. And then he would just get done working and come down and start getting hammered in a bush in front of the Mondrian with
Wow.
Gaylord.
Wow,
And
did his
then-
work.
And then come down, sign up for potluck the following week, show up the following week, and stand on stage while Riders on the Storm is playing in the background, doing what I would refer to
Oh, yeah.
only as drifter philosophy.
Real,
The
Got the writers.
atmosphere on Mars is very red.
I like when somebody finally
Oh.
realized, like, hey, you can't go up anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
People are trying to become like real comics. No
We can't
offense,
do
But
this.
that never
you're-
happened.
no. Eventually, they start going.
It did, 'cause
Let's,
then they just
let's
started
do
picking the
5 out
list.
of the 15 spots are from brand new people for randoms,
Right.
and the rest like, no, you keep coming back. We'll
Yeah.
put you up.
But Mitzi used to let it go all night.
The
It
open
was-
mic part.
The all night. I
Sweet.
mean, we'd have pop-ins and
What
they
a
could
fun
do
time.
it. Oh yeah.
That wouldn't work now because it would just be full of pop-ins.
Yeah.
And they would just sit in that fucking potluck section, order water after water. That's
Water
why
after water.
Water.
Mickey,
Fucking
I would
trash.
bring him
You're
fuck
trash.
you.
You're beat trash. You're not even a
You're
whore.
trash.
You're not even you're not even untrash.
I'm
to be
gonna
a fucking
I'm gonna
whore.
pour my water in your face. with
Dice is
2
right to
O's.
shit on your tits.
What language is that?
That is the English language with Invisalign.
Are you wearing
Hold on, you're
Invisaligns?
blaming
Yeah.
a,
It's
you're
a thing
blaming
that
a,
goes
Can you
all
see
over.
it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
you're blaming your
Almost
Pennsylvania
got it. 2
accent
more.
on Invisalign.
Pennsylvania.
Invisalign.
You can say that.
Invisalign.
People think I'm Amish.
Dude,
Pennsylvania. Oh,
Yeah.
everyone in Pennsylvania is Amish. That's a fact.
That's frightening.
You're just urban Amish. Great name for an album or a band.
Urban Amish. Want to name a band? Want to be in a band with me? We'll call it
Yeah, sure.
Urban Amish.
Ari and the Olas.
Ari and
We
the
already have
Olive.
that
Yep.
one. Yeah.
That's ours boy band.
Oh yeah.
You can be in
that's
it, but
your-
you're gonna have to go trans.
I already am.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Which way?
Sweet.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes I go the other way.
What were you before? That's great. That's good trans. Like, you're so on the line right now. Where did you
were
come
you?
from? And I'll just fill in what you are now.
What's the finish line?
What are you?
Man,
What are you aiming for?
You got to say it in a southern accent.
What are you
though.
trying
the
to
finish
get?
line?
Hey, let me
to?
ask you this. What's the finish line?
Can you imagine giving them what they really want? We're just
Rick,
saying just the
That is
worst thing.
so gross. That's like you give me a flashback of Ron White.
That's what I was thinking.
What
of
they
in my
really
head.
want is the anger, so you should just give them a southern accent saying the worst thing. Did you cut your dick off, young lady? I guess is what you should be called. Excuse me. And they're like, oh! And I'm like, enjoy your birthday. You can talk to your friends about this.
Oh my God.
Have fun with your outrage, it.
It. You sicko. Oh my God. We interviewed Ron White and he was just started coming here. And
Yeah.
I had the
Hey,
audacity.
Don, I just started coming here.
Donna, I was going to say that I'm the one that was coming here.
You son of a bitch. That's so good. Here's the chocolate. Here's the chocolate.
He reaches for it. He already knows how good it is.
Like my dog, just kind of like, I think I get this.
But Ron White, how many times did he call me little lady?
Hey, little lady, I tell you what.
And so we do this whole podcast. It's like an hour and a half. And then I see him like 3 weeks later.
The nerve of me to ask. I didn't know him that well. I was just like, I love Ron White.
I walk into the back in the main room, and that agent manager guy, Andy, is back there talking
Cool
to
dressed
Ron
Andy.
White. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Quit trying to dress like Dalia. You're a fucking manager. Stop it.
He's talking to Ron White, and he goes, "Where are you coming from?" And I go, "Oh, I was just doing the Comedy Store podcast." And Ron's like,
You know, I did that podcast.
and I'm like, "What?"
And he's like, they got this kid and that lady running it.
And I'm just like, does he not remember?
Mickey?
This is Ron White.
Oh.
And then-
I thought you were calling me Mickey.
Oh, I thought Mickey was saying that to Ron White. Okay.
Yeah,
They
no.
do sound quite alike.
the impressions are very similar.
Yeah,
I do
Mickey
like
White.
8
Yeah.
Yeah, he had no recollection.
Oh, he
that I was
used.
there
I've
at
heard
all.
he's sober now, but he used to get so drunk he would
Yeah,
black.
yeah,
He brought me on stage once, and he goes, "Who's next?" You know, I'm like, they were like Ari Shaffir. I was like, Ari Shaffir. Hey man, people say we gotta do something together. We gotta work on a project or something together. Like we gotta do something together. I was like, yeah, you did my storytelling show on TV. You did it.
You did.
We worked together. We
So-
did it.
so-
They told you that before we worked together, and then we did work together.
And so
It
it's
went
been
well.
resolved.
Yeah, it was
It's been
great. It was
resolved.
great.
You
They
killed.
were right
it
to
was fun.
suggest it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be in the back.
I've honestly met him for the first time 45
So many times.
Hey, you a comic?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We've literally brought each other up probably a dozen times in the last 2 months.
Usually
So
that's a
good.
sign of somebody who thinks they're better than everybody. He's just blackout.
Genuinely
hammered.
blackout
Yeah.
drunk.
He was always
Yeah.
smoking.
And he's
back
always
then,
nice
too.
about it.
Always
no
nice.
matter what.
Well, I guess. Yeah. You got me on that one. You don't sound like you're lying.
What's your question, little lady? What? Oh.
He goes, ask your questions, little lady.
It was so. I was
Demeaning
soaking
and
wet.
amazing
I
at the
loved
same
it.
time.
I loved
He gave
it.
me a look the first time he came because he was never here for like 15 years.
Yeah,
and
never.
then suddenly he was. Or 10 years, whatever it was.
Longer than that, I
Yeah.
don't ever remember him being here.
Yeah. And so then and I saw, I was like, oh, cool, it's Ron White. And he got off stage and didn't go that well, but I didn't know what to say. I was nervous. It's like, hey, good set. And he was just like he knew it wasn't. And he was like, who the fuck is this? blowing
I don't
smoke
lie
up
to
my ass?
myself,
I didn't
fuck
just
nut.
start this.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
remember it anyway.
Yeah, I love watching him. I
All
miss.
right, I'm going to go run up real quick.
Oh, are you out?
I believe I'm
What
next.
kind of a fucking
they text you?
person?
What's up, Richie?
Hi, Richie.
You want to take over
Is it our
Ingrid's
turn?
seat?
I'm on deck.
Whatever. Ari.
How's it going now with all the comedy store stuff? Emily said it's like starting to get full again.
You mean as far as crowds?
Yeah.
I feel like the crowds have been here.
Yeah.
I feel like the comics weren't calling in. Not everybody, but I think rightfully in the beginning, people were afraid to get COVID.
That's
and they
what it
didn't want
was.
to fuck
I
up
talked
their
to Whitney.
big
She was
deals.
like, I've only been there 3 times. I'm like, why? She goes, with Jeff gone. I'm like, Jeff wasn't there every day. You could have gone on Sundays. Yeah. You could have gone on a day
Jeff
when he was
gone?
there. Yeah.
Jeff Scott?
The one who died. And the
Yeah.
cats ate his face.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. So she was
Yeah,
feeling
I think
bad.
they were all just looking for reasons to
Yeah,
not
that's
go
a
in.
bullshit reason because we all love
Yeah.
Jeff Scott, but
Yeah.
this being closed is what killed him.
Jeremiah said that people who say nobody hangs out anymore are the ones who moved up over COVID. People who got like bigger, so they're like they moved up in the lineup. So now they're on at like 9:30 and stuff like
Right.
that, and they go like, oh, nobody hangs out. It's like, no one hangs out at this hour anyway. The people who hang out are the 11 o'clock to 1 a.m. guys.
We still the last comic goes on in the OR at 11:45.
Oh, really?
So there is no late night.
Yeah. And then oh wow, They
It's
just
annoying.
ended it?
They didn't do it yet. They still haven't. We're still not technically
Well,
fully
you want like
open.
6 guys hanging out to try to go on, and that breeds like, oh, everybody's here. Let's
Yeah.
smoke. Let's drink.
Yeah, but usually the last comic would go on at 12:45,
But the people who go on at 9:30.
Scheduled.
Yes, right.
and then we'd
right.
always have bumping.
The people who are on at 9:30, like the second spot, or if it starts at 8, then like 8:45, 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those people are winners. They go home to get back to their winning life. You know,
Right.
they hang out for one drink maybe, and then they're gone. So everyone's like, nobody hangs out. Like, wait 2 hours.
Yeah,
and
it'll
the party
be
starts.
the party. There has been hangouts. We have been last week. Quentin Tarantino was here.
I heard about
And
that. How
I-
sweet was that? What a cool guy.
That's so awesome. I mean, I had an early flight going to Kansas City the next morning, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm staying. Maybe he'll say something prolific. He never did, but
He's not that kind of guy. He used to drive
He
the
was
pussy
just
wagon
hanging.
around. It
He
was
was
great.
just hanging. It was great. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome.
He is Hollywood. He
But-
is new Hollywood.
Yeah, but he definitely was just chill, and he was hanging in the back and just talking to everybody and telling jokes, telling stories of coming
Really?
here in the early days with like Kinnison and Dice, and they were
What?
his favorite comics. And when Kinnison went on, it would just the room would light up. You know?
Wow. What is that? Not Tarantino?
Yeah.
Was he already Tarantino then, or was he
No,
just
I
like
mean,
a guy who worked at a video store?
Regular guy.
Wow.
But yeah, so I mean that would be in the 80s, early 80s.
Oh yeah, he wasn't big then yet.
No. So and Dice and them both started coming here
94,
around
92,
79, 80.
Oh,
Dice
wow.
moved here 79 definitely, and then Kinnison was shortly after, and they were all roommates together. So they used to go back to back. Mitzi used to put them on.
So he just
The
hung.
last spot.
Tarantino just hung. I was
And
so fucking cool. Was that?
He
I saw
goes,
the
he
pictures,
goes,
I'm
and then
like,
we
"Damn."
came back. We came back the next week to see if he could do it again because we couldn't believe
What he could do.
what we saw that night. So we come back either the next night or whatever because Sam was always on late night.
Yeah, that was
So-
cool. You could fill up late night and still like command it. Like it was
And it
packed.
would be packed.
Yeah, were you
Like-
there for that?
I never saw Sam.
Yeah.
But when I got here, it was still like I never went home until 4 in the morning, 4 or 5. Every time I went home, we had like Eddie Griffin, Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
Those were the guys that would go on. I remember going home in 90, I think it was 94. And I finally just, as soon as I lay down, we have the biggest fucking earthquake. And I'm like, fuck.
94.
And I had the TV. I always fall
Is
asleep.
that the Northridge one?
Yeah, I always
Wow.
fall asleep with the TV on, and I had HBO on, and Carlos's half hour or whatever it was on the TV, and I'm like, I'm being fucking haunted by this guy. Like it was just it was he just got off stage, we just got home, I just closed my eyes, and the fucking earthquake happened.
Does he come around?
I haven't seen. I saw him at the Laugh Factory actually a couple months ago, but not here.
It's so interesting the
much.
people who left and moved and live in like Nowheresville.
What do you mean, like out of?
Like some people moved to Nashville, a couple moved to Austin. I mean, like even those are a little bit like, where do you live? Do you have a normal
But
life?
Nashville's like.
Nashville's got a lot of
has a
it's-
circuit.
Yeah, and it's got musicians, so it's got like
I say circuit.
performing arts.
I'll see you on the comedy circuit. But yeah, I hate that.
But
you
guys
know
move
what
to like Cleveland or something, or like
yeah,
or
yeah.
like Reno or small cities in like wherever Trevino moved. And it's like, where's that? Like
Where did
Dallas-
he move?
It's like Dallas or near Dallas,
Oh, that's creepy.
and it's like, yeah, it's just interesting.
That's
There's
escaping charges or something. Like, why are you hiding? Who are you
Yeah.
hiding
I gotta
from?
be near a border at all times. I can't. I gotta have my back.
gotta be
right
able
up
to
against the border,
run.
so I can just go. No.
I'm out. Fuck
Yeah.
this. Yeah, a lot of people did move away. But then it's weird. Everybody that moved away is like sneaking in again.
Yeah,
Do they have a place here too?
Tim does. I think
No, Tim, of course, but Tim's making a lot of money.
Tim's making a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if. So it's good that everything's come back though.
But like I think it was you that said it. The store will prevail because somebody else is going to pop.
The store is like Earth. You know when they're like, what if people wipe each other out? Like Earth will be fine. Earth won't give a fuck.
Exactly.
And the store
Earth
also.
is going to keep revolving.
The store has this darkness to it, and it'll just like all the comics go away. It'll stay here, and it'll just like they'll start getting sucked back in.
We were here for what? Almost 7 years of the fucking death. There was
With
nothing.
nothing,
Nothing.
and
we
it
would,
was fine.
fine. We'd have a benefit here. That Fat Tuesday kept
Yeah,
us
Robin
open.
Williams was like, "Let me do a show, so you can like, yeah, Fat Tuesday."
Fat Tuesday kept us open, and Mitzi would always be like, "I need a roof, so see if Eddie and Robin can do a benefit." And we'd be like, "All right."
I missed out because Robin Williams, so he sold tickets, and we were
Mhm.
selling them on the phone to people, $50 a ticket, I think.
Smothers Brothers.
So I remember that, but I was selling the tickets on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and afterwards, somebody, Freddie or somebody, Lockhart or somebody, was like, "We should have bought some and scalped them," because at the door, people are like, "I'll pay $400 for that." I'm like, "Oh, I could have access to those tickets. I could have missed opportunity, you know." But every once in a while, life gives you a second chance.
Really?
Yeah, and Louis C.K. was like, "I'll do a show. You have to pay in person with cash at the door." And I'm like, "Well, you're short 8 tickets," because I just put that money in, took it, and then scalped those motherfuckers. Me and somebody
Wow.
doubled our money. It might have also been Freddie Lockhart.
For Louis? I don't remember Louis doing it.
Yeah, he did pay at the door.
I remember that, but I didn't know you guys were still here. In my head, you guys
Oh
were
yeah,
already-
yeah. It was before we left, and then yeah, so we just had these 8 tickets. We're like,
That's
now let's scalp the
great.
ship. People are gonna come in, and they did. Like, well, how much can I give you? Like, 100. And we just split the profits. It was great.
There was
Thanks,
a
Louis.
time
Appreciate
here
that.
when they were so busy that the door guys were making $1,000 a week.
That's so nuts.
Ari, how crazy is that?
That's so nuts.
I mean, what were you guys making? $25
we
a
made
shift?
3 minutes a week is what we made.
But it was a
$25 a shift.
a shift.
And if you ever
That
got
could
a
be
tip,
8 hours. That could be 12 hours.
if you ever got a tip, it was notable.
Rare.
$5 was like, what?
Wow.
On a weekend, maybe holiday weekend, somebody's like, "Can you get me
20.
up front?" Like, yeah, 20 from an Italian. Do you not do that every
Italians are
Italian or just
known-
that one?
What do you mean?
You do that? Is it just every Italian or just the one Italian? It's just
I-
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Only
okay.
Jesus. I don't do it because it'll be a thing.
Yeah.
I have issues. It's
Do you
Catholic.
say sausage or do you say Jesus?
Well, Ari. I was literally like, sausage or what?
it's called a misdirect, Eleanor.
Sausage.
master of it.
Ari doing his misdirect this weekend at the Comedy Store. Are you here all week? What are you doing?
No, I came for podcasts. I did a Fitzsimmons and Tom Papa's and this one and
we were.
Jeremiah's.
I like that we were on the list. Jeremiah's.
Yeah.
Tom Papa's is great. Are you promoting something?
Nah, just like we got to come here every once in a while, but everyone's like gone.
No, you're right. You mean everybody's working?
Yeah, Corolla, supposed to do Corolla, but like, fuck, we're off this week. I'm like, God damn it. Why not come this week then?
Shit. I did
Whatever, it's fun to
Corolla
get out of the
twice
weather.
in the past couple months.
Really?
Yeah, I love Corolla.
It's great.
So he brought me on, and I was like, me? Okay. I don't know. The girl that books it is like a friend, and she was like, you should have. So I guess he watched my stuff. And he was like, yeah. So I came in, and I had so much fun, and I got great response from it. So then they called me up. They're like, hey, the girl has COVID, his usual girl. Can you come in and
Co-host. Oh,
so I was
great.
like, yeah. So I go in and I co-host, and he goes, you're going to have to read the news too. And I was like, all right, and they sent it to me the night before, pick a topic. So I picked a topic, like because this is what I do is like for writing exercises, I picked the headline and I just started writing jokes about it. But I didn't read the facts. That's not what you do, you know. You'll blow it. So it was like a topic. One of it was like a girl who has 2 vaginas and has an amazing OnlyFans. I'm like, yes, this one. Yes, this one. So and then all of a sudden they give me these papers. I have to read them. I'm a terrible cold reader. Terrible. So I was a bumbling idiot. We had so much fun. And then I was a bumbling idiot at the end.
Really?
I hope you didn't get mad. But we still laughed and,
The Secrets of Corolla, my friend listens to him a lot. And so that was
but
his
to
number
make
one.
him laugh is exciting. And
Oh, yeah,
I've
you
done
get a
that a
laugh from
couple
Adam. It's
times.
like-
So I'm like, I love it. But yeah, so what is the secret? Just to make him laugh?
So he says he nonstop talks over you.
Sure.
So you got to be a counterpuncher. So he'll be like, "Hey, you're from you're from the East Coast." I was like, "Yeah, I grew up in Maryland." Like, I went to Maryland once and I fucked this chick there. It's like, was she hot? You just like abandon your story instantly,
Right.
and now that's a new thing, and then you can
Right.
get taglines off.
Yeah,
Because he's somewhere else. So just meet him there.
Yeah, because he was talking about the Rams game. I'm a big Rams fan, so I was just like getting into it. And then he was telling me he does all these creepy things, like he'll drink out of somebody else's cup, and I was like,
Adam
what?
Carolla? Ew,
Yeah, and I
dude.
was like, ooh, what is it? 2 girls, 1 cup? Is this a 2 girls, 1 cup story? And he goes, kind of, but 2 Mexicans. And I was like, oh my god.
I forget that guy lived
throw
too.
up.
I forget that guy was like a low level, like working with his hands, like getting by. Carpenter.
Yeah, he was a carpenter.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but I didn't know him. Like
Him and,
I knew
Luke
Kimmel,
Skywalker.
but
That
I
was
never knew Carolla because Kimmel we would do the
He'd
cable
come
access
around.
show.
The best thing Kimmel ever did was host the Peter Chen roast.
That's so fucking funny.
He rushed him.
I do not remember this.
He
Peter
can't-
Chet, where was it?
He was on the dais. I don't know if he hosted it, but he was on the dais at least. It was in the belly room, and Holtzman showed
Dom
up.
put it together.
Yeah, Holtzman showed up
Okay,
with
makes
a neck
sense.
brace. I think it was Peter's 40th birthday.
I remember this.
And he goes, he's got an accent. One of you motherfuckers, you gooks, you fucking chink gooks, whatever. I don't know, whatever he said. He goes, you cut me off, and he just did the whole thing without. And he just like turned like he wouldn't. Yeah. Well,
I'm surprised he didn't turn like that.
Yeah, he just found a neck
Holtzman
brace.
not committing to anything.
But then I remember Kimmel sitting down on the side, and then it's Peter Chen's turn to go up, right? So he's like, so Don, you say that I am just stupid, but you are the one who's stupid. And everyone overly claps and stuff. And then
Give him a piece of chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like enjoying it. They give him a win
Right.
here or there. They go, Jimmy, you say, when you up here, you say I'm a snake. Well, in fact, you are a snake. and Jimmy fucking smashed a beer bottle and started rushing at him. You motherfucker! And Don had to catch him. He's, I'll fucking kill you. And he goes, no, you say I snake. I just say you snake. You don't say it again. You fucker. And he's trying to like, I'll fucking kill you.
Oh my
But
God.
I said what you say. Fuck you. Take that back, you bitch. Oh my God, it was great. Full commitment.
That is so good.
Yeah.
That's old school Jimmy.
Oh, pre-Trump Jimmy.
Pre-Trump Jimmy, yeah,
before
because
he
everybody
turned
got
out.
crazy.
Everybody got crazy.
A lot of people got turned out.
Did
during
anybody
that.
come back after that? They were so against Trump. They didn't even come back and be like, sweet, now let's get back to talking about sex and fun shit.
Right. No, because
No.
their brain, they trained it to go psycho.
They're just angry.
They
Everybody's
cannot
angry.
come
Yeah.
back.
Oh, my God.
And I'm watching people, because sometimes I'll watch like Bill Maher and stuff like that. People try to like make that turn like, well, you know, things are leveling out. I'm like, no, bitch. Now you're not switching sides now, bitch.
Yeah,
like you are a crazy person. And now they try to be all soft and, well, I guess they were right. I mean, come on, enough. That lady who was on there, I can't think of her name, but she was like, enough's enough, man. We wiped everything down. We're done. I'm like, bitch, you were on here 6 months ago saying, put your mask on, stay inside,
Yeah.
da-da-da. Now you're like, enough's enough.
They're
Fuck
all
you.
starting to do it. All the
They're
super
giving her an
liberals who were like,
applause break. I'm like, no, bitch.
no, let her come back over. Like, we're sick of the fighting. It's fine. You're done. Just come back to our side. We don't have to punish you. If you punish them, they'll never say, yeah, I was too mad all the time.
Yeah, but they're just, I'm saying they went so far that they
went so
punished other people.
Yeah.
And now they want to be back
You
in.
have to at least own up to it.
Yeah, like let us back in. I feel like they're
You have to at least
wedging-
own up to it. That's but hey, I was crazy and I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry. I went nuts. I realize now everybody should just be chill. Like, okay, but you can't just like, hey, how you guys doing? Like, whoa,
Exactly.
Whoa.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
They're
you
doing
can't
it
just
like
move
that.
on.
I'm like,
It's that
yeah.
story Ralphie always told of like, Rogan called me a loser for smoking weed. And then it's okay. I get it. You should smoke weed. And now you do. Where's my apology?
Right.
Like, you're
Right,
welcome
right.
to smoke together. You can't just move on.
I remember them begging Joe to try weed.
And what was he saying?
It just he was like, I don't do drugs. I'm not a loser.
I'm not a loser.
but
I
like,
want to go places.
yeah,
I want to
right.
be a
That's
big
not
man.
What I do. And they were like, yeah, but it'll help you like calm down because you was so
I'm
tense.
calm. Don't tell me anything.
This was one of the nights where a lady,
Like, dude, just smoke this.
there was a customer, I don't know who the fuck she was, but she was in, me and Andrew, and we were all just standing out by those stairs, right? And like in the parking lot. And this lady came out, Joe had just got off stage. She was like, really good set, you know, and I don't know how it came up, but it was like real sweet. And then all of a sudden it escalated and we all just started
fight?
looking. She goes, well, that's silly because, like, salt's not a mineral or something like that. Something along those lines, something that simple. And he was like, salt's a fucking mineral. Like,
You're like, dude, please,
and I mean, I'm telling
just
you,
smoke this. You
were-
will be chill.
we couldn't even help him. We were laughing so hard.
It's like that Snickers commercial
Like,
where, like, you
Dice
turn into a
still tells
diva
that
when you're
story.
not high.
Exactly. He still tells that story, like Joe losing his fucking mind over salt not being a mineral. And it was some lady just like, I don't think salt's a mineral.
He's
She
like,
got
misinformation.
I feel bad that he apologized.
He
Not
didn't
bad.
apologize. He was like, I loved it. He was like, all right, guys, if you want me to get both sides, I'll try. He just didn't take it seriously at all. I was like, sure.
Right.
I can have more people on both sides. All right. But he's like, he's not going, hey, he's not going, hey, fuck you, you're not that great,
Exactly.
which is nice.
He
and he's
played
not,
it
and he's not going,
level.
this isn't a thing. He was just like, ah, you know, I'm sure I could always be more even keeled. Who knows? I'll try. And he was like, I'm not taking your anger seriously.
Right.
I'm taking it as light advice.
Yeah, and he was like, even the
diffused it that way.
haters. Like, my nephew wrote me this whole long thing because my nephew is a
I get
nurse.
so many texts like, what's your fucking boy doing now? And it's like, relax. He's probably talked to 17 fucking neuroscientists about it. He probably researched it better than you
Isn't
did
it funny that you get blamed?
for your friends. Also, they're
People
like,
say it all the time. I
sometimes
know
I don't
you're
have the
friends with
energy.
Joe Rogan. and
sometimes I
I'm
don't have
like,
the energy, and I'm like, and they're like, hey, do you believe he takes this and this? I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, I took all that shit when I got COVID. Like, I took everything as an ivermectin.
every single thing.
All of them. He hooked it up. But then sometimes like, yeah, he's nuts. Me and Jay saw these three girls that got kicked out of the cellar.
Okay.
And they came around to the Fat Black, and they're like, we're here, cellar. And they were trying to get into the Fat Black. They're
Of
like, hey, you
course, they
can't
don't
come.
realize
called
it's the
ahead.
same
Mhm.
thing.
And they're like, what the fuck? And we're like, what's the matter, girls? And like, they kicked us out of the cellar for no reason. And we're like, we remember Jay looked at each other for a second. And we're both like,
No.
Yeah, they're too
reason?
restrictive. For sure, those bouncers take liberties. They should not have kicked you out. I heard you guys did nothing. Like, we did do nothing. Louis C.K.
Fuel?
loved us. I was like, maybe it was a table nearby. You're like, no, that was us. It's that one bouncer. I'm like, oh, I know that one bouncer. He goes too far. Just like knowing full well, like, no one, they want your business.
Right.
They don't just kick you out for no reason.
There is nobody gets kicked out for no reason. And I love when they're that loud and there's zero responsibilities
Lit
or weight.
up.
But then you just add fuel to the
Oh, I
fire.
love it.
Perfect.
I love adding the fuel.
There was a lady who passed
Handle
out
your
a couple
business.
weeks ago.
Really?
She was like, I'm fine, nothing wrong with me. And then she fell and she just like passed out. She was a nurse and they called an ambulance and she was gonna get on the gurney. And
Terry?
Annie was like, don't get on the gurney. That's embarrassing. And he let her in. And he
Really?
died. She didn't. She
Oh my
told
God,
them
that's
to
so
go
funny.
away because she realized like this
That's
isn't
so funny.
this is embarrassing if I leave on a fucking gurney. I'm a nurse.
Like, let me stand up.
Let me just take a minute, drink some water. I flipped out a little bit, but then she calmed down. She was fine. She left. But I was like, oh my God, if she gets on that gurney, this is just. She's like, there's nothing wrong with me. And then she goes down, and now a fucking ambulance is here. Just no responsibility.
And then when she woke up, I'm like, what? Damn it.
Fuck.
I just said there's nothing wrong with me.
Fucking Comedy Store. Like, always
You get
blame
me
the
again.
Comedy
Yeah,
Store.
with those full beers.
Oh, are we late? Oh,
What
look
time
at
is
this. It's 10 after.
Oh, yeah.
Are they calling for Ari?
Jeff who?
Ross?
Ross the boss?
You got to follow Jeff Ross, the boss, and then I got to follow Ari.
Who was on before Jeff Ross? Who was I supposed to follow? Jamie.
Jamie, you're supposed to be our Jamie. I mean, I get it. You're our ghetto version of Jamie because we don't pay you. But anyway, Ari, are you
Mario
promoting anything? You still got your podcast, of course.
So podcast Skeptic Tank. I'm a Comedy Store regular.
Comedy Store
guys,
regular.
check
How many
out the
years
place where
now?
I started. 14, 15, I think.
Are you going to tell people this was a date? I mean, I'm just asking a
Fuck
question.
off, idiot. Stupid mucking. Idiot. Stupid.
Thank you, Jamie.
Bitch.
He laughed. What is that? Oh, your daughter was on a couple weeks ago. I
She's doing great,
interviewed
my
her.
daughter.
Yep. She's
doing great. I want to
amazing.
find out exactly when. I know it's September 13th.
And how many years now?
Let's see. Wait, September 15th, 2003.
Wow. I'm
Damn.
2010,
Damn.
February.
Oh, I gotta do
Or no,
something
March.
for my a year and a half. I guess will be my 20th anniversary being passed.
Wow.
Well, I gotta do something. I gotta have a party here.
Yeah, let's
see
do it.
when it is in 2023. Please say it's not a weekend. Friday night.
Fuck.
Can't rent out the place or anything. Can't have a party. Maybe I'll have a party in the belly room.
Why can't you rent
It's a
out
busy
the
night.
place? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I could do it Monday.
Belly
Anyway.
room would be good.
Yeah, something.
Or Sunday night, whatever.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
20th anniversary weekend.
There you go.
And then have Sunday as the
I like
finale.
what you're saying. September 15th.
15th, 2023. Friday,
2023.
Saturday, 15, 16, 17.
I like it.
Rick Ingram got passed that day too. Your co-host on that podcast.
He got
Little
past
lady,
the same
don't
day?
you have a co-host on that podcast you do?
Little lady, yes I do. I like that he calls me little lady. Makes me
It's
feel
nice.
young. It's not just my Invisalign, it's the little lady.
Dude, I saw a black dude at the airport, and I think he might have been military.
Okay.
And so he was like 20, that age, 22, something like that. And the lady checking him in was like, "Hey, we're checking." He goes, "Thank you, ma'am." He just kept calling her ma'am,
Mhm.
and it wasn't like you're an old lady. It
Oh
was, she
yeah,
was like,
my
it was
dad's
just like
a Marine. It
respect
doesn't
thing.
even.
I love it. I do it all the time now.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Just hey, is this your license? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Just like people younger than me.
The other
Treat
night
them with respect.
in the Riviera, a guy, I said something to him, and he said, "Yes, sir," and I was like, "That's right." He called me sir.
What Riviera?
I mean, not the Riviera.
What?
Jesus.
Oh my God.
At the Tropicana, the Laugh Factory in Vegas.
What's the way the Riviera used to be? Anything there yet?
Nothing. That's
Nothing.
why we went to the pepper mill, and Rick didn't know what the pepper mill was, and I'm
Oh,
like, ew. But it was always next to the Riviera.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
in
you
my
would go there
head,
after the
we were
shows.
talking about the Riviera so
What
much.
a fun time when you would do the Riv and Dice was upstairs.
Right.
So
And-
you wouldn't have to go across town. It was like, oh, we'll go hang out.
Didn't I
with the
get you
Dice man.
booked at the Riv?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
Ruined it.
Yeah, you got banned. Thank you.
Got banned from the Riv. Me and Renazizi got
Why I
banned from-
stopped helping people.
because yeah, you put your neck out.
Put my neck out, and Steve Shrip almost snapped it. because you
I
got
still
me.
want to know what we were banned
Me
for.
either. John Caparillo.
He was allowed.
No. He got me in trouble too, because he was cursing people out because he couldn't hook in his PlayStation or some
People
shit.
at the airport, at the hotel.
Whatever. Yeah.
Those guys, Jay's the same way. He's like, this doesn't work. And he's like, all right, man, I don't know. I'm the front desk lady. I don't worry
It's
about
the
the
same
HDMI
TV
cable.
from the day it was built.
Yeah.
So you're trying to plug something in from now,
But
and
it doesn't have the plug.
no.
I saw somebody at the plane, so I was like, took a flight where I'm like, I could watch the second half of the first game on Saturday, on Sunday, I mean, and then the whole second game, the AFC and NFC championship games. So we stayed till the boarding. Like last second, we had to check our things to watch the end of the KC game.
Yeah.
And then suites were like, as long as you get through, like you don't have to go through the tunnel, but you have to go through just to check the thing. We're all watching it. Oh, field goal. And then you sit down, and it's all the United's all like pre-recorded stuff. It's not live TV.
Oh,
you're like,
right.
wait, what? And you're like, no, it's JetBlue. And somebody's like, but I want to watch the game. And they're like, we don't have that. He goes, but I made my flight, and I did too. But the guy's like, but I made my flight to watch it. And it's like, sir, we can't do anything for you.
Like,
We can't change.
so sorry, we can't like redo this plane.
We're not holding it back.
Let me go underneath
It's over.
and refix the
We
cable.
don't have a fucking antenna.
Yeah, on a plane.
Yeah.
It'd be great on a plane with the antenna. Hey, somebody get up there and hold
Move
it.
your leg.
Yeah, that was a great postseason. The Rams killed it. I'm obsessed with them.
Well, you got a chance.
Anyway, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Go see Ari anywhere. You're always
I'm all over.
over.
And Denver and Tampa. Oh, Tampa, I'm going to see Simone next week.
Nice. See, there you go. I'm going to do Side Splitters in March.
Great. Hang out
Nice.
with Simone.
Very exciting. Yeah, he's close to there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, 20,
Yeah, me and Dum Dum.
40 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Okay. I've never been there. It's a cool club.
I've heard Side Splitters is the best.
Okay. You've never done it.
Mm-mm.
You do the improv.
I have done the improv. I don't like to do the improv.
Okay, where do you go?
I'm playing the improv. Yeah. Like you do. Like I made a choice.
No, well, whatever. You're at the improv.
You're out
How
of
about
line.
That? You're at
Eleanor,
the
you're
improv.
out of
I'm
line.
not out of line. You're out of line going to the improv. Mitts.
This
You
whole.
believe this?
Oh yeah, good point. We're probably playing with you on the road.
Fucking Ari.
Baltimore,
So
the
many
improv.
questions.
Oh really? I'm like, well, there's no other club in Baltimore, Mitzi. Well, you shouldn't play there.
Why
And it's
you're
like-
a traitor.
Anyway, so can I start rubbing your feet? I gotta get back to the club.
Ew, you had to do that, Belinda? I mean, Ari?
Oh my god.
All
I
right.
was recording an intro to my podcast, and I
Yeah.
was doing it in the bar, the VIP bar, and it was about drinking. Me and Sam Morrell and Mark Norman did
Oh,
a
okay.
podcast, and it was just about booze and how we started while we drank. So I was like, oh, let me do it in front of at a bar. I'm already
Right.
here, and so I'm doing it, and I'm just like have a cup, and I look in the back, and I take some Glenlivet, and I pour it. I'm like, I'm stealing this, and I'm doing it on camera, so I guess they will find out. But I rubbed her feet, so. You're going to let me steal this.
I can't believe you rubbed her feet. My
And
other
her
friend,
back.
Lauren,
Yeah.
very Jewish. Remember my friend Lauren?
Yeah.
Mitzi was like, do me a favor, rub my feet. And she goes, you can ask Belinda, but I'm not doing it.
I never
That's not
changed your
something
diaper.
I would do.
I changed your diaper once. It's not true.
That's all right. We don't need to talk about it. You don't disrespect. We're going to edit that.
What disrespect? To me. Fucking,
It
I
isn't.
had dreams. I'm changing a lady's diaper. I felt bad for
You
her. At that point, it
enjoyed
wasn't
the
even like I
Hanukkah
had to.
bush.
It was like I felt bad for her. She was like,
She told me I missed my calling,
what was your calling?
a caretaker.
Oh.
I wasn't a comic at that point,
Well,
at
it's
least.
not too late, Eleanor. It's never too late to follow your dream.
I'm going to be a caretaker because they make more money. Anyway, I'm just kidding. All right. Thank you, Ari. Let's go upstairs. We have to follow Jeff Ross.
What power? Black power. What
Whoa,
power?
black power. What power? Jews aren't a race.
She's not even, I can see it already. She's like,
Jews
oh,
aren't a
no.
people. Wait, what?
She's like, now you went too far.
Two. Shh. Here we get Sherry Shepherd that comes in. The earth is flat. Wait, what?
Running in like fucking Flair. Running through the ring, fucking hitting Whoopi.
All right. Thank you, Ari Shaffir. He's given the finger. He didn't take his balls out. He only farted twice. No more farts, because I know you were stopping to do that. He didn't get it.